Hi, my name is Kobo, and this is my channel where I talk about paleo media. This is part of my series on Prehistoric Kingdom, a particular build that I started way back in, I don't know, January of this year, December of last year. I have no idea whenever I started this, but I did, and I wanted to talk about it. I have gone over quite a bit of stuff in this park already. We've gone through this entrance area and included some walkways here, this main walkway here. However, because I have recorded nothing since March, today is going to be a little different. Today I'm going to try to race through the rest of the park to kind of get it done because there have been a lot of updates to this game, and it's almost like a completely different game. So that means that this park, while possibly something that I could bring along with the new updates, update it myself and make sure that I have all the new mechanics that are necessary, I'm not going to as of right now. So instead, we're going to race through this. So, first thing we're going to look at is, last time we had the boardwalk, and it looped over into this boardwalk, which goes around our Dilophosaurus habitat. And I love the Dilophosaurus in this game because they're more paleo accurate. Oh god. They've got beautiful skins, beautiful big crests, and they're great, and I love them. And they have their little swamp here with their cypresses, and what I wanted to do was make something mildly more realistic for the Dilophosaurus, and I wanted to give them these big, huge concrete walls with these big, huge bar things to really stop them from being able to get out or drag someone down into the habitat and, you know, eat them. So, yeah, and I gave them thick glass double pane. We're pretending that it's plexiglass or, you know, whatever. Bulletproof glass, in the same way that I think they do for polar bear exhibits and stuff like that, because this is like a polar bear sized animal and it could probably really fuck you up. So yeah, I tried to be a little bit more realistic as far as that goes, and now I'm facing through walls again, a staple of the channel at this point. So yeah, and I tried to do all those things. Since I've already phased through the wall, there's also this little Dilo shopping area with food and drink and a restroom, so that you can do those things before you go and look at the Dilos. And take this real long walkway around the habitat. Another little rest area with food and stuff, and a random tree, which was never supposed to be there to begin with, but is there now. And again, I continued with the reinforced these huge metal bars and chain link fencing to stop the Dilos from killing people. Yeah, imperfections abound, but also it looks really pretty, honestly. This looks like something that could happen in real life, again, if not a fantasy zoo thing. I love this. Looking at this now, what I did here with these, I think I should have colored them all different kinds of colors, and that would have been cute as fuck, and I didn't, and that's something to keep in mind for the future. Yeah, little area out here with the wood. At the time were not brand new, but I think they were relatively new vending machines. And come out here and look at the Dilos, and for whatever reason, that doesn't work, and I don't know. Maybe there's no power out here. Anyway, yeah, cool stuff. Bathrooms, and you can walk all the way around, and you can go back to the entrance, or you can loop back and go back into the deeper into the park. So yeah, Dilo Habitat. Beautiful animals, and cool boardwalk around the Dilos. Okay, so number 2 is this habitat here, which has both our first ever Thyreophoran in the game with Scelidosaurus. These are also cute as fuck. I will probably say that about all of these animals because I haven't taken a look at them in a while. God damn it, they are fucking cute. Anyway, can't get hung up on that. Also Dryosaurus, which are also fucking cute. And they have this little coastal habitat here with what I talked about before with the boardwalk. A little above the trees, treetops. Tree top, bird's eye view down into their exhibit, and you can watch them be in this beautiful Pacific rainforesty area. Actually, I don't know if I don't know if that's Pacific Northwest rainforest. Whatever that rainforest is, that's what this is. Yeah. They got their nice little section of the pond. Something you can't do in Jurassic World Evolution is have fences that stay even with the ground above where it goes into the water. We also don't have deep water like this for terrestrial animals to swim in. And now I have to explain why I gave them something that I very easily could have given the Dilophosaurus, which is these huge bars and wire and stuff. Well, actually, these were technically the bars, railings. They're a railing piece. I did that because in the Jurassic Park novel, there's some kind of early ornithopod. I think they call them Hypsilophodonts, which are actually a little bit farther away from Dryosaurs than I thought they were, according to the cladogram I looked at the other day. But the idea was small ornithopods that could get out of, enclosures, because in the book, they get out of enclosures by climbing the trees and hopping off, and so I had this idea that I would make something to prevent these horse-sized animals. I think they're supposed to be horse-sized. They look smaller than that. But anyway, from being able to lithely jump over the fence. And it looks ridiculous now. But that is our lives. That is my life. That is our lives now. So yeah. That's how this went. But it was good prep for building this. I don't have as many problems at the edges now, as I did before. Although that's actually like... Oh, no, it's not. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. This is broken in that there's a bunch of habitats that are habitats. Should be habitats. Like, this Velociraptor thing is complete, and it doesn't register. This does. This doesn't. The Pistacos, the Celos do. So yeah, that's number 2. Cute Dryos, cute Scelidos, treetop, over-the-top security. Alright, moving on. So, the other thing I had was, again, keeping with the treetop theme, because I said before I wanted to put Camaras in here, but they wouldn't fit. And so I extended the boardwalk, and classic me, biting off more than I could chew, I started to do this whole big huge complex. I watched that Percy Jackson show while I tried to make a hotel, and this giant boardwalk that I may never finish in my entire life. I may completely leave this undone, but it looks pretty good, the parts that are finished, and you can look out onto the Camaras and the Iguanodons in this habitat, which is what we're going to talk about next. So, our third or fourth thing, depending on how we want to number these, is our beautiful scrubland Camara and Iguanodon habitat. I love the Camaras in this game, Camarasaurus, because I guess their faces do look a little bit old person-y, old man-ish, old womanish. But it's a lot cuter than the kind of weird direction Jurassic World Evolution 2 took it. Which I may pop up on the screen, I may not. But I love them. They're beautiful, they have beautiful skins. Why are you unhappy? Oh, because you're not contained. Okay, yeah, that's why we're racing through this as fast as we can. And the Iguanodons are also absolutely fucking beautiful. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. With the goat eyes, the ungulate eyes. Cute. Fucking cute. Also dangerous looking. Look at all those scoots on their back. Dangerous thumb spikes. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I give them a large open scrubland habitat with this water area portioned off here. Instead of the very open mesh chain link barrier I put here for the dryos and everyone, here I gave the concrete above the water line and below the water line. I was like, they're not gonna get out. The Camaras are definitely not gonna get out. Oh, that should have gone down more. And the Iguanodon probably could, but I don't think they will. And that's totally not anybody's last words ever. So, yeah. Big fences, scrubland, beautiful. Okay. Number 4/5, however we want to number this, is... Honestly, this is something I'm really proud of as I get closer to the mic. The Rainforest Acrocanthosaurus exhibit. And this is not the part that I am proud of, because that's a little awkward and weird. I was going off of Rainforest Acrocanthosaurus being sort of a slant rhyme. I don't know if I was on anything when I thought of that, or if I will completely agree with that later on. In this particular moment, I think that's a little silly. But yeah, I put the Kapok things on there. I put the Acrocanthosaurus, which are to scale. Silhouette, sign things, billboard things. Yeah, I love this thing. So again, in the scheme, in the keeping with our theme of biting off a lot, deciding to do a lot. Oh wow, I didn't even finish with the lights in here. There should be lights in here. And you should come into this big... It's almost like a gladiator theater thing, but not. Or an arena thing, but not. So you come in, you can stand out here, and I think this is about the the height of the NPCs in the game, of people, to scale people. And you can look out at the Acrocanthosaurs, and it's not the best view because we have some safety features, but, oh, I forgot that I cannot just... You can go up this ramp, not face through walls again, and you can come up here and you can look out through these open windows with these bars, again, for safety measures. I don't know if that's a little too low, technically, but, and you can look out on the Acrocanthosaurus. Why did I do this? Some of these things. Well, I did the whole building because I thought, well, that would be fucking cool. And honestly, and semi-zoo-like, right? Semi-zoo-like, but also in like a weirdly fantastical, oh my god, that would be too much money kind of a way. But I mean, you know, you are showcasing formerly extinct... I think these guys are like from about 120 million years ago. And you know what? I could even look it up. Oh, where's the blurb? No blurb. Alright, anyway. So, these are, you know, expensive, cool animals. And, you know, you might want to spend this much, if you can, on a cool giant observation building. But at the same time, I was still going for some kind of realism, given the premise of you can bring these animals back to life. What are you doing over here? Just watching, just looking. Got food and now she's chilling. Okay, gotta keep going, keeping with some kind of realism. Again, I put huge bars in the way just to keep them from being like, oh, I'm gonna totally charge into this. Would it have worked completely? Probably not. If they really wanted to get in there, they probably could, but that's not the point. The point is to deter them, because animals are not weird killing machines that just hunt things down mercilessly no matter what, you know, like they are in the movies. They would probably stop at some point. Or not. Or I'm just lying to you. But no, seriously. And I tried to do some bleachers where people could come and sit up here and look out. I'm so sorry. And I put that for scale, and I never took it out. And so now there's just a guy waving at you. So yeah, and I give them this big, watery, semi-swampy, tropical habitat with their stuff. Bedding in the shelter. Should I... Oh, all momentum has stopped. So we're gonna pretend that this is daytime and you really love it. Okay. So, that is that. Cool, huge building. That is a little ridiculous, but I really like it. This part, it probably needed a little work comparatively, or at least it shouldn't have been right next door to this. Kind of takes away from it, but I wanted to go with something a little bit more stripped down, while also being something similar. So, you go in here, and you look out, and this is the Spinosaurus Habitat. And you have these beautiful, much more accurate Spinosaurus. Paleo-accurate, beautiful, weird, for most theropods. Amazing. And, again, I really like doing the same thing multiple times and trying to switch it up and seeing what works. So I did a huge walkway around, not actually technically through. I think there wasn't enough room and I had to extend this out, and I was like, that works. Yeah, so anyway, and you can see you can walk up here, and you can go out here. Again, we have some of the same architectural things. bars and chain link to stop things from falling into the habitats, including people, but also their stuff. I switched it up with having glass panes so you could look out a little bit more easily down into the habitat. And I kept with these huge support things here, which I also did use over here. This is where I started it. It looks way more janky on that part. And this part also looks a little weird, but could be something that's like, oh yeah, well that might happen in real life, I think. And yeah, and with switching up the architecture a little bit, having concrete instead of metal or wood, and yeah, you can go all the way around. There's some vending machines in case you need to get a drink or something while you're out here on a hot day. And you can just go over the whole thing. You could, if you wanted to, look out on the Acrocanthos as well. And yeah, our beautiful, beautiful Spinosaurus. Oh god. Yeah. And then you come down and you go, or you choose to go the other way. Whatever you want to do. Okay? So now's our 6th or 7th or 11th or whatever thing, and our final thing is this little area in here. I had plans to build out more. Again, you got the T, you got the apparel, there was supposed to be this walkway, and then there was this observation decks, which I really wanted to put a lot of work into this. I still might put it like on my modular prefabs thing, because it honestly looks pretty good to me. Again, it's something more realistic, even more realistic than this other stuff. This is a lot less fantasy sizes and stuff. This is probably something that would be more realistic, because you're dealing with some very dangerous carnivores in the form of Torvosaurus. Oh wow, their eyes are so forward. And yet there's so much snout. And you can see it pretty good, but anyway. Beautiful, again, beautiful animals. Not in Jurassic World Evolution 2 at all. So a different animal. I don't know if they're megalosaurs or somebody. Anyway, beautiful. Dangerous predators are huge, right? So these are 4-meter pieces. So, I mean, they're up there, right? Where are you? Where are you? They're up there. They're almost 4 meters tall-ish. At the very least, like a couple meters at the hip. They might even be able to swallow you whole if they wanted. Very dangerous predators, right? And their little scrubland habitats. So again, I was trying to take from zoo architecture, and what they do is they put posts in the ground to again deter the animals from charging at the guests. Again, poles through here to kind of make it more difficult for them to get at you up here. Nice thick metal bars to stop things from happening. I messed around with the signs. I think the signs were relatively new. Do not feed the animals. Warning, no climbing on fences. Yeah. This could probably be filled out with seating or something. Put in... I'm proud of that, too. That's pretty good. Chasing the Dryosaurs. And, yeah. I really like this. And I liked it so much I was gonna put it over here, and I think I did do it, and then the save got corrupted or something, or I overwrote it, and there were some of the these rhinoceros cousin animals. Oh god, what are they? What's it? Juxia, these, giraffe-like rhinoceros relatives. And, that's not there anymore. So, yeah. So, okay, so we went through the rest of this really fast. Oh, it's daytime now. You can see how pretty that is. Pretty it is with all the water, because they do need a lot of water. And this water, I did muddier water over here. I did the clear water, whatever that is, over here. Yeah, so that's the end of my park, along with the abandoned hotel projects. I was going to try to make resort thing. This was going to be, I think, a restaurant I was going to make. And I was even using some other pieces on the Steam database that people used. Made. They made this, and I was using what other people have made. And it was going to be this really big, cool thing. And again, this was more complete, and the save file corrupted, or I overwrote it, whatever. But that's abandoned, and it will maybe never get done. But if this spoke to you, and you want to do some fantastical seaside pier restaurant things to overlook your big huge sauropod iguanodon or any other dinosaur prehistoric animal habitat, or even if you do Planet Zoo, go right ahead. Please do. Please take these ideas and run with them. I think that they were good ideas, even if, you know, again, I still have complaints about execution sometimes, and also biting off more than I can chew. But yeah, please do. Please. It would bring me nothing but joy if you took some of this. So yeah, that's the rest of this park, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have anything to ask, anything to talk about, tell me what you liked about this stuff, tell me what you didn't like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.